Hi, I'm Mina Suvari, and you're listening to the Horror Squad podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Horror Squad podcast. This is episode number 408, where tonight we are doing a double feature, ladies and gentlemen, as we review 1931's Frankenstein and 2025's Frankenstein. A little Frankenstein double feature for y'all today. I'm here, of course, as always, with Steve and Todd. Gentlemen, how was your
Hi.
week? How are things going? Are you
Hi.
prepping for Thanksgiving in America when and can
Uh,
end Boxing Day, I suppose, as well in Canada?
Boxing Day is after Christmas, so
Well, whatever.
I'm not quite preparing for it
This is
yet.
how us Americans don't know what the fuck is going on in Canada.
you
No.
know what? We fought war, so we don't have to care what's
When
going
is
on.
Canadian Thanksgiving again? I don't
It's
remember.
October.
October, that's right. I know it's prior.
Yeah, because our harvest is earlier since we're higher north.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is there a thing, and this
So
is
it's
not
just
a
a regular
joke?
week for you guys.
Yep. Well, so it's the day we're recording is Remembrance Day. So thank you to
Mm,
all the veterans out there, including our
gotcha.
daughter.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah, today is Veterans Day in America, the day we're recording. So.
yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
yeah, there is that, but no, outside of that, there's nothing till Christmas.
All right.
Boxing Day seems like it'd be cool, cool day to like settle your beef with people too.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just knock
That's
it out.
what it
You
should
know
be. It
what?
should be like
It
the
should be.
purge, but without death. Like
With
just
friendly, a lot of things have been solved with friendly fights before. Joe,
yep.
Steve, you probably fought kids when you were younger. Things get solved. So I think, you know what? I'm going to pitch it to Canadian Parliament
Yep.
that
Oh,
Boxing Day will also be Boxing Day for real.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
not only do you give presents to your servants, right, Steve? That's what it is, but you get to fight your servants as well.
Okay, perfect.
So
All right. Love it. There should be like one legit boxing match
yeah, you
on
think there
that
would be?
day. There should be like a televised event where that just two guys get in
Just
the ring and fight.
Yeah,
regular dudes though. I don't want to see any professionals. I want
and
regular
I
dudes.
want the people to vote on who gets to fight.
Dude, imagine that.
Open. It doesn't matter. It's like,
And you have to fucking
Wow.
do it, or
yeah, you
you're
have to
like
do it. The
labeled a
legal
bitch.
Or you're
requirements.
shamed.
Yeah.
I would let you know what we should do everything that way. Politics,
Mhm.
Yeah.
street beefs, everything.
Love it.
Very sweet,
Okay.
man.
Yep.
Speaking of fighting, Joe, you went to
Oh,
Raw?
I did. Monday Night Raw, baby. It was in
Nice.
Boston. John Cena's final event ever.
That was his final
Well,
thing,
in
period.
his final in Boston, he has three
Oh,
more
okay.
appearances after that. He's in New York City next week, and then Survivor Series, and then his final ever event is at Saturday Night Main Event in Washington D.C.
Cool.
December 13th, I think. But this was his final appearance in Boston, so it was place was sold out, just packed to the gills. They even sold seats behind the entrance, and I mean, there was so many people there. It was insane. The crowd was electric, honestly. And no one knew if Cena was actually going to wrestle or not, but he did. He actually won the Intercontinental title, which was really cool. And yeah, it was just an awesome event. It's the first time I had been to a wrestling event in forever either, because Sam had never been to like a live WWE event, and it just so happens that we like had talked about it because we watched that documentary on Netflix, which was phenomenal. I forget what it was called, but where they kind of showed the behind the scenes stuff on Netflix there. And she was like, "Oh, it'd be fun if we went to like a WWE event." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." And we picked the right one for sure for her first time. But I told her I was like, "Listen, if we ever go to another WWE event, it's not gonna be anything like that." I was like, that was like truly a special, like historical moment with it being John Cena's kind of final thing in Boston. But yeah, it was awesome, a lot of fun. It was a blast. All the sort of superstars were there that you would want to see. And yeah, man, it kind of reignited my love of wrestling in a way. So I think I'll probably start watching a little more than I do right now. I really just watch kind of WrestleMania and the occasional pay-per-view, but I might start getting into it a little more after that because it was super fun.
I mean, yeah, say what you will about pro wrestling, love it or hate it. They put on a great fucking live show,
Definitely.
Like it's really, even if you don't love wrestling, like the live shows are just like incredible. You know, the fireworks, the just everything. It's a really cool show. So yeah,
Hmm.
glad you got to go see that historic event.
Definitely. Yeah. What about you guys? How was your week? Anything exciting happen or anything new? New
I can't.
collectibles, maybe? New
I,
DVDs, Blu-rays? What we got?
I can't think of. Well, the Weapons 4K Steelbook came yesterday, which
Okay,
is cool.
nice.
I think that's about it. I know the Descent Steelbook from Lionsgate is shipped, and people are getting
Mm,
that. So there's a lot of good stuff. The new Reanimator's coming out from Second Sight, which is still available if you're a Reanimator fan. Slash, I think Second Sight's the best company right now, out of Great Britain. So I would definitely hop on that one. But yeah, that's probably the newest thing I got. Oh, I did do. Oh no, we talked about the Spirit After Sale, which got a couple
hmm.
things, but we already talked about that.
Yeah. What's cool right now is that it's like Black Friday is no longer Black Friday. It's like November is
I
basically
know,
Black
the whole
Friday.
month.
So
Yeah.
there's a ton of deals out there. So I'm sure I'll pick up some stuff as well. So it's yeah, should be fun. I'd pick up some stuff, nothing like that noteworthy, but yeah, I'm sure I'll pick up some Blu-rays and 4Ks at some point.
Yeah, there
Nice.
is a very cool Evil Dead Rise coming out from Arrow, which is a pretty dang cool company. So I would definitely grab that if you guys haven't grabbed that already for all the physical media people out there.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some new.
Oh,
I'm sorry. There, I guess it's more news related, but Scream Factory is changing gears. They're going from not they have their own store online, and now they're getting or Grove bought them, so now their storefront's going to be on Grove and not Shout
oh,
Factory anymore, which kind of sucks. They were a big player for 10, 15 years, and they kind of significantly dropped off. They're not even my top five or so boutique labels anymore. But yeah, they got sold to Grove, and end of an era for Scream Factory. Allegedly, they're going to still have the same kind of content, but I mean, we'll see.
interesting. All right. I'm a week away from Monster Mania, a week from yeah, Friday. So whenever that is, November 21st through the 23rd, I'll be at Monster Mania in Oaks, Pennsylvania. I know at least one of our listeners, Corey, is definitely going, so hopefully I'll be able to run into him down there. But yeah, huge X-Files reunion going on down there, as well as several other people. Gillian Anderson being the biggest draw for sure. I don't know who else I'm gonna grab there. Honestly, I've kind of grabbed pretty much everyone else I would want to get. Linda Blair is gonna be there.
You're
Juliet.
doing Anderson though?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Gillian Anderson,
Nice.
for sure. I might get Blair on. I have a Reagan like really old figure of her doing like the spider walk down the stairs. It was like an old NECA one, so I might get her to sign that, but I don't know. I'm not sure yet. But I'm definitely doing. My friend wants is paying for the photo op with her, and he wants us in it, so we're gonna do a photo op with her for sure. And we're doing a photo op with Michael Rooker, and we all bought Chicago Bears t-shirts. Fuck the Bears. Henry Portrait Serial Killer reference. So we thought it'd be funny if we all wore Chicago Bears shirts for a photo op with him. So we're gonna do that. So yeah, if anyone's gonna be out there, hit me up. Love to meet up. Meet. We always love meeting the listeners and stuff. So that's always cool. But yeah, should be a good con. I'll give a full breakdown of that in a couple of weeks when I'm there for that. So I'm really excited for that.
Um,
Steve, movie club.
yep.
I know movie club. I saw you threw up the couple of movie or the vote for the movies. Did
Mhm.
that vote end yet?
No, it
Or
hasn't ended yet. Right now, there's one. So I made two votes because it's going to be a double feature. One of the votes was just food related horror, and the other one was Thanksgiving. It seems that for the Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving is going to be the choice, but there's still a two-way tie
oh,
on the food one. I know Ice Cream Man is one of them,
hmm.
and the other one is Weenie Roast Massacre. So one of those two will
Lovely.
probably end up winning. I'm not sure which one. I'd never heard of Weenie Roast Massacre. I just found it on Tubi. But Ice Cream Man's one that I've never seen, but I feel like I should have. So I put it up there, and I'll probably end up watching it regardless. But
Ice Cream Man's legit.
Clint
yeah,
Howard. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
Clint
Clint
Howard's
Howard.
a good little creep.
Yeah, I see that like ice cream cone that he has with this like kind of skull in
Yeah,
it, like
iconic. Yeah.
around. Yeah, so it's one I'm gonna watch, I guess, regardless. But those are the votes right now, and just join our Discord. It's actually going to be next Friday, so the one after this recording. I'm doing it early because the weekend after is Thanksgiving, and I'm sure people wouldn't show up, so doing it early for that. So yeah, join us.
Very nice. I do have a Horror Squad fantasy football update
Oh,
going into
Oh.
week 11. Your boy,
first
Brickasville
place,
Witches,
baby.
number one.
That's right.
Fucking Joe, he beat me
Killing
again.
it.
Um,
Killing it.
And Todd?
Shut up. We're not there yet. Tied for first place, so right behind him. I think
Yes.
you're better with points, though. Is Smith's Groove's Boogeyman with TJ. Third place, Phantasm Corey Hall. Another third place, Dax Hills Have Eyes. Ryan, Lagoon City Creatures, Asa. We got Steve coming in there.
Mhm.
Springwood Nightmares at 6. Brent Santa Carla Vamps, Mortal Kind of Chainsaws at 8. Eric the Crow 2024. I'm surprised they didn't change his name. Is at 8th. Oh no. Last place, 10th place, 2 and 8. The Crystal Lake Slashers, ran by yeah boy who can't fucking
Ouch.
manage a little league team. It seems so.
We'll
It
be
hurts.
watching
It
Deadly
hurts.
Dale
I'm
Part
not
2
watching Deadly
soon.
Diff. I'm
Yeah.
oh, God. Is there really a part 2 to that?
There is, but it's called something
Ugh,
else. I don't remember what it's called. I put it in
Dilf
the
Deadly.
yeah, and I put it
I
at some point.
I can't lose, dude. I do not want to watch that fucking movie. I don't care about winning. I don't care about the playoffs. I just don't want to watch that fucking movie. So I got to beat somebody. It's bound to happen. I can't go. I'm 8 losses in a row. Like, what are we doing, dude?
Ouch.
Man.
Oh
Figure it
man, so you
out.
started 2-0. Oh, that even hurts
No.
even
Sorry,
more.
6 losses in a
All
row.
right,
But
six
still
lost in a row.
brutal.
Jeez, yeah, that is brutal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right.
All
Anyway,
right.
Yeah, I do want to
that
say
hurts. That hurts.
one last thing before we move on. Just want to thank everyone who bought our latest design, which was designed by Corey. Absolutely amazing design. I'm starting to see people like posting pictures of them because some people have received them. It looks really good from what I've seen. I ordered some. It takes for fucking ever to ship stuff here, but yeah, just thank you. A lot of people bought them. Like I've been seeing a lot of orders go through. So yeah, we're humbled and we really appreciate the support. And yeah, thanks again, Corey. Just absolutely amazing for that design and good dude.
Definitely. Yes, I plan to wear it for at Monster Mania for sure. At least one of the days there. So
Nice.
yeah, came in the other day. We got a hoodie and the crew neck sweater. So yeah, very cool.
Yeah, I got a hoodie as well. Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Hmm.
All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for the intro, gentlemen. So why don't we head into it? We're gonna skip news this week since we're doing two movies, but it will be back next week. So don't you worry, folks. I know a lot of you love the news segment. You always want to hear the news. It's always good, little bit of updates and whatnot. But sorry, we're skipping this week. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Don't go anywhere though. Don't even look anything up. Just wait till next week because I got everything for you. So, stay off the internet. Don't go on any websites, and just I'll give it all to you. You can even message me privately. I'll send you all the stories. No, don't do that. I'm just
TMZ of
kidding.
horror.
We are the team. Yes, yes, that's right. I get all the scoops. I'm out there, digging deep. I love digging deep. So
My boy gets deep.
that's right,
Say
baby.
what you will, but he gets deep.
You know it. All right, but let's get into what watched. And gentlemen, tell me what you've been watching this week.
I know we're gonna do our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s show next year, Steve, right? On a schedule
Yeah,
plan.
anything pre 1960, basically.
Okay, cool. So I decided to put in them, exclamation mark, them from 1954. It's about giant fucking ants, dude, in New Mexico. They're like taking over after nuclear test. Um, and then there's some cops like trying to investigate, like, what the fuck's going on? We're finding like campers ripped apart and this like girl that's like traumatized in the desert walking around. What the fuck's going on, dude? And then of course they find giant ants, they call the military, and then the story gets huge. When the story is isolated to this like desert New Mexico town, I fucking loved it. It was great. It was suspenseful. Like you hear like chittering noises, and of course you know it's ants, but the characters don't know that. So you're like, oh fuck, yeah, like walk towards that chittering sound. The cops are really cool. The little girl, just the mystery of everything is really good. But then they get really big, and like weeks go on in this time, and now like the military is going, oh, we saw them on a boat, and now the ants are on a fucking California sewer, and it goes from small scale horror to like just traditional military versus monster sci-fi, which took it down a notch for me. So I was really into it. I was loving it until it kind of expanded. That being said, I still really enjoyed it, had a great time with it, and that's them from 1954. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I watched that one on VHS, but it is streaming on Fandango, YouTube, and Amazon for probably cheap. So them, 1954.
I only got one this week, and it's an update for Welcome to Derry. I'm just gonna do a episode by episode breakdown, pretty much, because it's really the only thing I've been watching. lately horror wise. I do have a lot to catch up on though, but I'm going on vacation next month for 2 weeks, so I'm gonna have plenty of time to catch up before our year-end episode. And I've been working like so much. I just don't have any time these days, unfortunately, to watch anything. But except for the podcast, I literally just watched 1931's Frankenstein 10 minutes before this episode aired, so I'm nice and fresh on that one. But yeah, so welcome to Derry, episode 3. For those of you that have been following along, yeah, man, the story is progressing for sure. We still have not gotten Skarsgård's Pennywise on the show yet. 3 episodes in, but they teased him very heavily in the end of this episode. I'm kind of really digging the adult storyline right now more than the kid storyline because, of course, our boy Dick Halloran from The Shining is a massive character in this, and I find it extremely interesting. He's like in the military, and basically the military is using him to try to find essentially I think Pennywise or some whatever. It seems like they almost like want to use him as a weapon, it seems, perhaps, but we don't really know for sure yet. The kids are dealing with their own things, really being terrorized by versions of Pennywise that aren't the clown right now, and they're trying to sort of decipher all of that. I will say this was probably the weakest episode so far, just because, man, like the green screen and CGI in this one was like on a whole nother level that really looked bad. And we'll get into CGI later with 2025's Frankenstein because I have some things to say about that as well. But man, it just did not look good in this episode as much as I wanted to love it because it was a graveyard scene with like child ghosts chasing them around and stuff. But it just really looked terrible and it really took me out of it. And it's just I don't know, man. Muschietti just loves his CGI, and I've said it the first 2 episodes, and it continues on here. So, I get it works sometimes because like the fantastical stuff with Pennywise, like you're like, okay, I can like go with it because it works. Like, but this episode, it just really looked bad, and it took me out of what could have been a great scene, honestly. And I ended up hating it, honestly. Still a decent episode, but for me, the weakest. Like I said, and I would give this episode maybe a 6 out of 10. But like I said, it's still overall pretty solid so far out of 3 episodes, and I'll definitely continue on with it. And I'm excited to see where it goes.
All right. My first one this week is continuing my Discord listener challenge, where every month I give a recommendation to someone and they give one back. And yes, I know, folks, we are still waiting on Joe and Todd to watch Society. I will be as patient as everyone else, waiting for that one. So this one, I did it with Corey. That's, we've mentioned it a few times this episode. He gave me a TV show actually called Evil, which you can find on Paramount Plus. But he told me only to watch the first 2 episodes. But I ended up watching the first 2 seasons just because I was kind of into it. And in return, I gave him 2006's Slither, which is a James Gunn film. So his review of Slither is basically he says that Slither is like the disgusting, wriggling love child of H.P. Lovecraft and David Cronenberg, with more than a little George Romero thrown in for good measure. And then he goes through a whole other review. If you want to follow him on Letterboxd, it's Corey Lives. He's a great follow. You can read the rest of his review there. He gave it 3.5 stars out of 5, so that's a pretty good score, I think. And as for me and Evil, so the show is about it's a guy who's training to be a priest, a skeptic kind of tech dude, and then this girl who works as like a psychologist, but for courts. And they form a team that works with the Vatican to investigate like different kind of supernatural events to see if they have any type of like religious context to them. So they look at exorcisms and ghosts and aliens at some point and all sorts of different things. It's almost like X-Files, but more focus on like religious supernatural stuff. And it's super interesting. I was really into it, especially in the first season. I like the kind of case of the week feel to it, just like X-Files. And it also has an overarching kind of demon thing that's happening that is kind of present every episode with Michael Emerson, who most people would know I guess in Saw, he plays Zep, and also for Lost, he's an asshole in that show.
Yeah, Lost. He's great in Lost.
Yeah, he's amazing in Lost, and he's great in this show too. He just has a face that you just like want to hate, you know. He's a great actor, and yeah, I would highly recommend the show. I would give the first season like a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it, and so far the second season, I have like one episode left. I think I'd be a little bit like more like a 3.5 out of 5. I find that they're not focusing on the case of the week stuff as much. They're focusing more on the overart, like the whole story, which I don't find as interesting. But highly recommend it. It's a solid show. So that is Evil that you can watch on Paramount Plus.
Very cool.
I know.
So yeah, trying to do some 2025s. Clown and Cornfield. Read the book some years ago, and I thought it was okay. He wasn't didn't love it or anything. So I wasn't really in a rush to get this movie watched. But Quinn and her dad, they moved to this town because he's a doctor, and they want to start over. I think their mom passed away or something, so they want to start a fresh new life. And of course, like Quinn gets in this friend group, and the sheriff's like, "Don't be friends with them. I don't like those motherfuckers." And they make TikTok videos and all that shit. Um, Turns out the town kind of ran on this like corn syrup factory that burned down, so all the adults are fucking pissed, dude. They think the kids did it, and like there's like the corn syrup mascot, it's some fucking clown, and yeah, now there's a slasher going around killing kids, and now we're trying to figure out who it is. Is it Quinn? Is it her dad? Is it a fucking kid? Is it the sheriff? Is it the mayor? Who gives a fuck? Watch the movie, find out. Although I don't know, I thought at the end of the day, I didn't hate it, didn't love it. It was just fine. You know, it was something you can watch and not fully pay attention to and still get what's going on because it's nothing like nothing new, nothing groundbreaking. There's some interesting like killer looks, but other than that, I thought it was just passable. So I gave it a 3 out of 5, and that is currently streaming on Shudder and Prime in the US. So probably up there too, hopefully.
Nice. All right, so my last one is a 2025 film, which I watched over to theaters, and that is Predator: Badlands. If you like my full thoughts on this, listen to my other podcast, Let's XP Geek and Game podcast. I just dropped an episode, a bonus episode, talking about the movie in depth. But my quick thoughts, basically, the story is about a predator. His name is Deck, and he's kind of the runt of his clan. He's smaller than all the other predators.
His name is Dick, and he's smaller than everybody.
Deck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's smaller. He's not as like beefy. He really wants to be like a big time predator, but his clan are like, nah, he's like he sucks, you know? So to prove himself, predators have to do like a challenge where they bring back one of the strongest like creatures from different planets, and he goes through this like Rolodex of planets, and there's all sorts of like little Easter eggs of different planets and who their strongest like creature is. And his brother says, well, there's one that dad's afraid of, basically, who's the head of the clan, and he's like, well, I'm gonna do that one, and I'm gonna prove myself to my dad. And then the dad comes in, he does some really mean shit. He wants to get rid of basically Deck because it's like an embarrassment to his clan. So he goes to that planet to hunt this crazy creature, and there he finds an android from Yotani from the Alien like series, and basically they go on an adventure and they go to kill this giant creature to prove himself for his dad. Movie's fucking incredible. Honestly, it's crazy to think, but the Disney era of Predator has been fucking awesome. Between Prey, Predator Killer of Killers, and now this, it's just been fantastic. It's really cool to see a story just about like a predator. You don't have human characters in this. You have you'd have some of the like kind of androids. They're human-like, but they're actually no human characters. It's really from the perspective of this creature Deck, and I'm digging it. Like I thought it was great action. It's a good story. There's some really fucking badass moments. You see different designs of some of the creatures who are really cool. The planet they go to is one where everything is going to kill you. Like there's a fucking far shot of the planet, and you could spot like 20 different things in the shot that could probably kill you. It's like the giant slug here. There's like a dragon here. There's fucking razor grass. It's a really cool story. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5. But I really love the Predator series, other than Predator Requiem, which is just unwatchable basically. AVP Requiem, I should say, unwatchable, but the rest of the series is fantastic. So yeah, Predator Badlands, check it out. It's in theaters right now.
It's on top of your list or number two or what?
No, it's in I think it's fifth right now or fourth.
Fifth out of a
Dang, you got,
4 out of 5 is Jesus.
you got a lot 4.5 out of
Yeah.
5 movies this year,
I
huh?
do. I got some pretty some bangers.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Who knows? Maybe we'll hear about another one today.
I'm gonna have to watch Badlands, I guess. All right, cool. Well, that's it then. That's it. That's the show. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Nope. No, come on. Todd, it's time
Mm.
for some trivia. What do we got for the scores?
All right, myself in the lead with 8. Steve and Joe tied at 6 apiece for Q4. Who's leading off?
I'll go.
Oh,
All right. Guess the movie based off the cast.
okay.
Starting with a legend in the horror industry, Christopher Lee.
Narrows it down
Yep.
to 75 films.
Next up, Conchata Ferrell. She plays she's amazing in 2.5 Men. She's like the nanny or whatever in that show. Next one,
Charlie Sheen doc, pretty good.
yeah.
Winning.
Winona
Don't
Ryder.
get into that.
Nice. Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. Interesting.
Winona Ryder.
Martin.
Oh, wait a minute. I know.
Hit it. What was the first guy you said?
Edward Scissorhands.
Wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I
You'd
don't-
love
I
to hear it.
I don't think Christopher Lee's in that. Vincent Price is, but
Yeah, Vincent. Yeah.
all right. Well,
I'm confused.
Todd, Martin Landau,
Know him.
Yep. No, see him.
Martin Short,
Oh.
and Catherine O'Hara. That's
Oh.
all. That's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
it's Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wrong.
I gotta follow up if Joe
Yeah,
doesn't
you
get
both get one more guess.
Well, I mean, it's open. It's open
Corpse
now.
Bride?
Wrong.
What the fuck?
Joe, one last guess.
Martin Short. This is a animated horror film.
I'm not saying.
Oh.
He said no. He's not saying Joe. I thought it was Christopher Lee because I just
Martin.
watched Corpse Bride.
Who is it?
Corpse
Martin
Bride.
Landau, Winona
Martin Landau,
Ryder?
Winona Ryder, Martin
Oh.
Short, Catherine O'Hara, Conchata Ferrell,
Interesting.
and Christopher Lee.
Wow.
Good cast.
Very good cast.
Super solid cast. Surprised
It's gotta
you
be.
guys don't know this.
It's gotta be animated. It's gotta be.
Well, there you guess out there,
Does
bud.
it? Does it?
Now you're giving hints.
Maybe not. Man, I can't think of
It's
anything.
probably a real big one.
All those bangers in there. Go for it, Todd. I don't know.
Give up.
You too? Yeah.
Is 2012's Frankenweenie.
Frankenweenie.
I've never seen it. I've yet to see
Seriously?
it. No.
Frankenweenie's
never
pretty
seen
good.
it. I've never seen
Yeah,
it.
it's pretty good.
All right. I'll
want
have to
it,
watch
Joe?
it. I've been slowly getting these animated ones with Paranorman and Coraline, like seeing them
Coraline's
all
so good.
these within the last few. I think I prefer Paranorman, but they're both great
Me
in
too.
their own right.
But yeah, exactly. It's like picking two.
Yeah, they're both great. Okay, I guess I'll go next.
All right.
I have a theme this week, but I'm not going to share what the theme is. So it's up to you guys to
Big
figure
dicks.
it out. Let's go with guess the movie based
By its dick. Oh.
on
By the size.
guess the movie based on the IMDb information.
All right.
This movie was released in the year 1990
Mm-hmm.
with an R rating.
Mm-hmm.
Clocking in at 1 hour and 36 minutes, which means it was an hour shorter than Frankenstein 2005. Categorized as B horror, body horror, dark comedy,
Happens.
zombie horror,
Yep.
comedy,
Mm-hmm.
horror, and sci-fi. Quite a lot.
Yep.
Currently sitting at a 6.2 out of 10 over on IMDb, with a Metascore of 54 out of 100. Director Brian Usna.
It is From Beyond.
Incorrect.
Ah, damn it.
Starring Claude Earl Jones, Fabiano Udenio,
I'll be on though.
David Gale, Mel Stewart, and Kathleen Kinmont. I am leaving
Yes.
out two of the actors.
Oh, all right.
Tagline:
Mm-hmm.
the creator of the original cult injects new life into body parts other films cannot reach. It's a scream.
All right, Steve, I have a guess if you can't get it.
Is that it, Chuck?
That's it for now.
You don't have it.
I don't
That
have
cat's on your back. You don't have it. It's
Yeah.
can I go?
it. Yep.
Sure.
Bride of Reanimator?
Correct. It is
Nice.
Bride
Wow, nice.
of Reanimator.
Yeah, boy. Okay. Over to me here. Okay, match the plot. Match the plot. Teenage friends out for a beach week get unexpectedly detoured to an isolated motel where a deadly STD virus now runs rampant, turning those infected into the living dead.
Oh.
Yes, I've seen this.
Yes, we've all seen it. We've all seen it.
Uh, It's not Cabin Fever?
Nope.
That's a good guess, though.
Good guess. Yeah, I can see where you're going.
Yeah, that sounds really familiar. Humanoids from the Deep.
Incorrect.
One more. Did you say
Yeah.
beachgoers?
Teenage friends are going out to the beach, but they don't get there.
Oh,
They
okay.
do
Oh,
unexpectedly. They unexpectedly go to a detour to an isolated motel where
Oh.
STDs turn
Night
people
of
into
Something
zombies.
Strange?
Correct.
Ah, yes.
Correct. Correct.
That was my other guess. I was right. All right. In Lisa Frankenstein.
Yeah. Seen it.
Seen
Yeah, I love it.
Good
Which
movie.
tool does Lisa
A tanning
ask?
bed.
No.
No, why did I be so quick with it?
Which tool does Lisa ask? I think I forget what his name is. Frankie? Frankenstein?
Dickhead.
Yeah, whatever.
The monster.
To use on her to masturbate her.
Oh, shit.
I
Nice.
do somewhat recall that.
Which tool does she jerk it with?
Yeah, so she uses something that isn't a traditional
Wow.
Vibrator, yes.
vibrator. Yeah.
Love it. Self-satisfaction.
Cell phone.
They
Wrong.
don't have
Good
cell
guess,
phones in
though.
the 80s, dude.
Mhm.
I guess that big ass cell phone.
Yeah, one more guess.
Let's go with curling iron. Not
Wrong.
hot.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
God.
Not hot. I said not hot.
My goodness.
I know. Joe, you want one
A
more guess?
massager.
I'll take it.
French tickler.
It's a
What
back
was it?
massager.
Yeah,
Yes.
that counts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. He uses it on her? I don't remember that scene at all.
Excellent.
Yeah, well, I think she uses it as a vibrator. At one point,
Nice.
he like instructs her. She instructs him to use it, and then it cuts away, and it's like her stepsister and dad or something. They're downstairs, and all you hear the lights like flicker, and she's like, "Oh my god!"
Yeesh.
Yeah,
I'll have what she's had.
good times.
Yes.
Lisa Frank.
Okay.
Did it. Oh,
This-
Steve,
I think it's to me,
Yes.
I believe. Okay. Just including the classic series of Frankenstein movies, from
Okay.
including the original 1931. How many Frankenstein
Ooh,
movies were
God.
made?
5.
so not including like
Not
spin-offs
including,
with, like,
yeah,
Abbott and Costello
there's
and
because
stuff?
I looked it up. There's like over like 237
Jesus.
iterations of Frankenstein movies, but this is just what they based off of, like the original
Okay.
So
1931
it's not 5.
series. It is not 5.
Let's see. 1, 2. I wonder if they count like Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed and stuff. Um, I'll go with
These are the original Universal Pictures ones.
oh, so not the one with like Robert De Niro?
No,
Okay. 3.
I will say the last one was made in 1948.
3.
3 incorrect.
I'm
I'll
gonna
give
go
you, I'll give you
with
both one more guess.
7.
7
Nice
is
guess.
incorrect.
So from 31 to or 32
1931 to 1948.
to what'd you say, Steve? 7?
Yep.
What was your first guess?
5 and 7.
4.
Incorrect. Steve, you were so close. The correct answer is
6.
8.
Ah.
So the reason I kind of knew that is because I have the Universal Monsters pack, and each disc is all of them from those series. And I was trying to remember how many were on the disc,
Nice.
how many discs in my little thing.
Yes. So we had 1931's Frankenstein, followed by Bride of Frankenstein, Son of Frankenstein, The Ghost of Frankenstein, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman, House of Frankenstein, House of Dracula, and Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein.
That they did. That they did. All right. Match the character to the 1980s movie. A movie we have recently watched.
Oh,
The character's name is Cynthia Cronenberg. Cynthia Cronenberg, 1980s. A movie we watched.
oh. Uh,
Yeah, Cronenberg.
uh,
What did we watch that was in the 80s?
Cynthia Cronenberg.
yeah, I'm assuming it's not a Cronenberg movie.
It's not. No, it's one of those cute little
Yeah.
nods.
I feel like there was like a bunch of characters in this movie named after
You're
other
right. Yeah,
horror.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There was I
On the
feel
right
like there
track.
was like other ones in there too.
Hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, I do recall that.
Cynthia
Yeah,
Cronenberg,
Cronenberg.
1980?
1980s. Yeah, 1980s.
80s. Okay.
I'll even give you the year
Oh,
86.
86. Return of the Living Dead.
Incorrect. That was 85.
All right.
Very
Uh,
close. Well,
86, you said?
yeah.
Let's just go Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Incorrect. One more guess each. A
Mm,
movie that not only we covered, I think.
Mhm.
Steve would be the librarian. He would know better. Um, yes, I don't have a fucking clue. I don't know.
I
I'm gonna go Friday the 13th, New
oh,
Blood.
No,
New Blood.
wrong. Cynthia Cronenberg,
I get
1986, was
nice
from Night
venture guess.
of the Creeps. Creeps, Creeps. Didn't we
Yeah,
cover that, Steve?
Well, I mean, we
we
covered
did.
it the week before we went to
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
I was gonna
Yep.
say Pittsburgh, but I don't remember if we covered it during that
Yep.
stint.
All
Yep.
right.
She's the love interest.
Nice.
Yes.
Guess the movie based off the IMDb parental guide.
Love it.
Okay.
Sex and nudity.
Yeah.
The monster, who
Uh-huh.
supposedly has an enormous penis,
Oh, wow.
unzips his pants in front of a woman. She stares into the area of his crotch and says, "Woof," with delight. He lies on top of her, and we see him moving as they groan and moan, and she begins to sing. Sex is implied.
I would
She
hope.
sings during it, huh? Okay.
Violence and gore. We see a man's body dangling from a rope after being hung. A bag is over his head, and later see him being buried.
Okay.
Profanity. Some minor name calling, including cuckoo, filthy, rotten, yellow, and mother grabbing.
Well, they're grabbing. That's a classic.
Alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A police officer very dramatically lights a cigar and smokes it.
Hmm.
And finally, probably the giveaway, frightening intense scenes. Although intended to be humorous, the monster may frighten young children. By the end of the story, the monster is made intelligent and articulate to the point where he qualms and befriends a threatening mob through his eloquence.
Toxic Avenger.
Wrong.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Woof.
Woof.
No.
We've all seen it, so
I hope
maybe.
so.
I'll try.
I don't
I'll
know.
try again. I'll try
Yeah.
again once Joe goes.
I don't know. Todd, go for it.
I'm guessing American Werewolf in London based off Wolf.
Wrong. Good guess,
Alright.
though. I could see.
Dang it. I don't think he
Joe,
befriends the crowd
you
though,
don't
damn it.
want to give a guess?
No.
All right. So it is Young Frankenstein.
Oh.
My
I
theme
haven't
this
seen that
week
one
was
forever.
all Frankenstein movies.
Dang
it! Or Frankenstein, spin-off movies.
Same.
I like it.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go. All right.
Back to
Mine?
me?
Yep.
Oh, Joseph.
Me? Okay. Final one. Guess the movie based on the Letterboxd reviews. Number 1. Very cool sets and bright lights, but the movie itself is unfunny and lack direction. Not to mention, way too long, with barely a thread of story holding it together. That comes from our friend Todd.
I hate that.
Interesting.
When it's too long.
It's a theme
Number-
tonight.
Yeah.
Number 2. Don't really know what to say to a world that rejects this kind of clear passion for horror, even at its most tacky. Has great old school, silly, spooky vibes and an infectiously gleeful, childish funneled through a visual sensibility I can only describe as psychedelic Party City commercial.
That's Joe.
No, that's actually just
Oh,
a random one I picked.
okay.
And number three comes to us from our friend Steve.
Oh,
This is the kind of film I can see myself putting on in the background.
Oh, the monsters.
It is The Munsters.
dang it.
I remember vividly that first line.
Movie sucked.
Yeah.
All right, mine.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. In a movie everyone's seen, who leads the group of soldiers that capture Ash in the beginning of Army of Darkness, who becomes Ash's reluctant ally to fight the Deadites?
You like the king? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, more or less. The
Like his name?
Yeah,
Oh Christ. I really need to rewatch that movie.
Lord, and then that's all I'll give you.
Okay.
Lord what?
It's a rough,
Nothing.
rough
No,
night.
Joseph.
Rough
Yeah,
night.
no, I don't remember at all.
Rough night
No.
for me.
All right. His name is Lord Arthur. Lord
No, see,
Arthur.
I wouldn't have guessed
Same?
that.
No?
Nope.
All right. Do you know what the other Lord's name is? Henry? Henry the Red?
Oh, I love him. He's great.
Henry, that's the shit, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Steve with the win tonight, two to me and Joe with one apiece, which brings us to me to leave 9 to 8 to 7.
Alrighty, thank you. Where are we going? You want to go original
Original,
first?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then thank you very much, gentlemen. And now it is time for our main event of the evening. Of course, we are doing a double feature. So let's start off with the classic first, 1931's Frankenstein, directed by James Whale and starring Mae Clark, John Bowles, Colin Clive, and Boris Karloff as our monster. Plot: Dr. Henry Frankenstein is obsessed with assembling a living being from parts of several exhumed corpses. Pretty basic. Pretty basic there, IMDb. But you know who isn't basic? Our own basic bitch. No, he ain't a basic bitch. Come on. Our own very enthusiastic, very detailed
Oh,
plot synopsizer. Mr. Todd, take it away.
we open on a burial, okay, where creepy ass Fritz and Henry Frankenstein are creeping around. Fritz is like, and he's like, fucking get out of there, Fritz. What are you doing? They're gonna see you. Turns out Frankenstein, he's like losing his fucking mind, dude. He's trying to get bodies because he wants to beat death. And he's got a hottie fiance at home. This motherfucker's rich. He's got a baron for her dad. He's got a hottie at home. He's ignoring all of it just to hang out with his creepy little sidekick Fritz so he can fucking make a monster out of body parts, which makes zero fucking sense. If I was a reanimated corpse, I would not be want to be a hodgepodge of things. And we'll talk about that in the 2025 version. But it's like, really, what are we doing, Henry? You fucking psycho. But anyway, he's obsessed with this, and he's stealing bodies. And Fritz, his homie, goes to the local medical school, steals a brain. It says like abnormal, and it turns out the brain was a criminal. I don't think they talk about what kind of criminal the brain was, but bad enough to be a fucking monster creature guy. Eventually, the creature is born. He gets loose, and now the townspeople, including Henry, are trying to like track this motherfucker down, kill him, and so on and so on. Yeah, dude, I love this one. The creature is fucking great. Boris Karloff is awesome. The makeup looks fucking cool. I absolutely love the sets in this, from the little windmill laboratory with, Bunsen burners burning and shit, to the cemetery in the woods. Everything about it is just fucking awesome. This is peak this era cinema for me. Is there problems? Sure, dude, but it's fucking 1931. Like at the end of the day, it's so entertaining. Especially like. I love the effect of Henry just getting his ass thrown out of the fucking windmill and lands on the thing. I'm like, yeah, you fucking asshole. But yeah, short story, loved it. What about you guys?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's classic, right? I mean, obviously, I had not seen it in quite a minute, so I was excited to revisit it. I will say I watched 2025's first before watching this one, so it was kind of good to compare and contrast the two. They're both extremely different movies, which we'll get into when we watch this. I mean, it's like watching a completely different movie. But yeah, man, I mean, this one is a classic for good reason. It's short and sweet at an hour essentially long. I actually think it could have been longer. Like I feel like there could have been a little more development, but for a movie that's 100 years old almost, it's still so effective and holds up extremely well. The set designs are awesome. The monster looks phenomenal. Obviously, Boris Karloff, a legend in and of himself. And yeah, man, like, there's so many sort of interesting scenes here. Every time he's on screen, the movie shines. But yeah, man, I think we could have used, looking at it with a critical eye, I feel like we could have used a little more development. Maybe not overdevelopment, like, maybe our next movie gets into. But, I think we could have used just a slightly more. But it's an amazing movie.
Yeah, I think it's a great movie as well. Before rewatching it this time, I would have said it's my favorite Universal monster movie. I don't feel that way anymore, though. I think it's got knocked down to number two.
Mm.
I just find, like you said, there's a little bit of development lacking, and there are some scenes that come off a little goofier than I had remembered. For example, the abnormal brain with a big fucking sticker that says abnormal brain on it, and smart brain. Todd alluded to the fucking like windmill kill. Well, it's not even a kill because he doesn't die, but throwing the dummy off the thing, and it's so obviously a dummy. It's cool, but I don't know. It looks a little cheesy for a movie that like this. But yeah, I mean, there's some great stuff as well. Obviously there's some classic scenes. The makeup is iconic. I mean, you can't touch that makeup. I love that they hide who plays the monster at the beginning. It just says that when they list the cast at the beginning, it's just a question mark next to the monster. I think that's really cool. Yeah, and I also find, and I know this like 1931. Obviously, it's kind of like bad to say this, and it is a nitpick, but I find the editing to be a little off in this one, especially compared to other Universal monster films. There are some weird cuts I find that just doesn't run as smooth as some of the other ones, but still absolute classic, and yeah, it's still a very good film.
Yeah, I know everyone really likes Boris Karloff, but I think Colin Clive, who plays Henry, is excellent, man. Like when they're talking about like if he's going mad or some shit, and he looks at kind of at the camera with his look is fucking really good. And then when he's celebrating his victory, and he's like, obviously that kind of gets alive. Everyone knows that line. His delivery of that is just fucking awesome. His energy on screen is really cool.
Can we talk about Fritz's fucking tiny cane?
God, Fritz,
Like, dude, like, no wonder your back is so fucked up. Like, God, can you get a
yeah,
cane
fuck.
that's bigger than your, like, up to your knee? It's so, like, makes no sense at all.
He's had the same cane since he was a kid and just never fucking got another one.
Right?
That's your problem.
Yeah.
Fucking Henry, help him out, crack his back or something.
Seriously.
Um, Fritz is fucking. Where's Igor come into any of this?
Right? Like, I
In
I
this
was
remember.
wondering
universe.
the same rewatching, like watching this. I was like, I always thought it was Igor, but like, when does Igor become a part of the mythos?
Is
I
that
guess
Is
Frankenstein.
that the book, maybe?
I feel like we
I
should know
don't.
this,
Yeah.
but I don't. Yeah.
And then Victor in the later movies and shit. He's
Right.
Victor Frankenstein, not
Right.
Henry. I guess that doesn't
Yeah.
fucking
And
matter, but
yeah. Yeah.
do you guys care about when people say like they call the monster the Frankenstein? Do you really give a fuck?
No, I really don't. I feel like I mean,
Like,
I don't blame people because you are
Yeah,
technically wrong if you are calling the monster Frankenstein. You know what I mean? It is, but at this point, like it's become such like just
hipster
like an
kind of thing.
obvious
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, like at this point, it's just like everybody just sort of calls the monster Frankenstein. It's really technically Frankenstein's monster.
uh,
But at this point, everyone fucking knows when you say Frankenstein. I think everyone. It is kind of interesting though that at this point, like everyone does immediately think the monster when you say Frankenstein, but it is like
the doctor.
he
Yeah.
he is the main character essentially. Like he's become such a iconic thing at this point that like when you think Frankenstein, you don't think Victor. You think or whatever his name is in this one. You think of the monster. So I think that's why at this point, um, that's why
And
it's kind of gotten lumped in, I guess.
then not to mention every other Universal monster is the title is of the main of the creature other
Right.
than this one, so I could see why people get confused. I would definitely not be the person to be like, excuse me, it's not Frankenstein,
Actually,
but I do think it. I just don't actually verbally say it.
there's no way to say that without sounding condescending either. It's
Absolutely
like,
not.
Right.
no,
Yeah, unless you're trying to like annoy someone just on purpose,
that's true.
like no, it's yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. James Well, director. Um, I mean, which one do you like of his the most? Is it Invisible Man or this one? Or Bride? Obviously, I don't really love Bride. I need to rewatch it, but
I haven't
um,
seen, yeah, Brad, I would definitely need to
mhm.
revisit. Mhm. That's tough, man. Invisible Man is another one I probably need to revisit. I gotta say though, like, yeah, as much as like I love this movie, like I agree with Steve. Like, it's not like top of my list anymore. I actually prefer Phantom. After
That's mine
watching,
too.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
like yeah.
yeah.
After watching,
Okay.
like after we watched Phantom recently, like
Silent films,
yeah,
Phantom, huh?
Phantom kind of took it for me for now. I gotta revisit all of the Universal monsters since we're gonna be doing our list. But yeah, right now I would put Phantom above Frankenstein, which to me is would have been crazy, like a few years ago. But yeah.
All right. I mean, there's not a lot to discuss. The story,
Well,
everyone
I mean,
knows the
we can
story, right?
discuss, I think, probably the most disturbing scene in the entire movie, which is the child killing, which is
Oh,
in 1931 was probably, I mean, how many children were dying in movies on screen? I can only imagine this was extremely controversial
well,
at the
when I
time, and
first
it's
saw
probably
it in
why it was so
theater,
memorable.
yeah, when I first saw it in theater, people were fucking going crazy, and I remember talking um with the rest of the theater goers in 1931 about it, and just people were like, "How dare James Well do this?" And I'm like, "Just chill, it's fine." And they're like, "What's chill mean?" I'm like, "Oh, we got a lot to talk about." Yeah, that was a failed joke, I think, but we'll leave it in there because it's fuck it, we'll do it live, right? Um, I mean, it shows innocence, right? Frankenstein isn't a monster. He's just created that way. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on because no one raised him, essentially. He's a child, right? So like he doesn't understand consequences of throwing the kid in the water, and it's
Yeah, but
pretty
is he
disturbing.
though? Because like they talk about him having a criminal brain, and I feel like especially like because we're gonna do compare and contrast, obviously, but I feel like in this one he's almost like just like pure evil from the
I
get-go.
wouldn't
Like it
say
seems to
evil.
me,
Yeah.
like
So yeah,
Well,
I would disagree there with that because he's being tortured from the get-go as well.
yeah,
Fritz is
true.
constantly like fucking beating him and like putting fire in his face and stuff like that. And when it comes to the little girl, she throws like the petals into the water, and he probably thinks that's
yeah,
like
it's
the game,
innocence.
right?
Yeah.
It's innocence,
Yeah,
and so
fair.
he thinks throwing her in the water is just like part of the game, right? So it's not like he does it maliciously. So I
Mhm.
don't think he's actually like evil from the. I think he's just reacting to
So,
his environment.
but why? So why even like have the criminal brain then aspect in
Yeah,
there?
that
Like, you know what I mean? Because that immediately makes me think, well, he's just evil then. Like, if they have a criminal brain, and then like he's kind of doing like hard, like right from the get-go, he's like already like attacking, and like he doesn't have. To me, he didn't have like the innocence until you see him with a child, and he kind of has sort of that innocence. But before then, I felt like he was
Just a dickhead.
just kind of like an asshole most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
I,
he's a product of his environment. And yeah,
Yeah,
Fritz
I mean,
definitely
fair.
deserved getting
Yeah.
killed. Fuck him.
yeah, I
Hmm.
think actually the reason that they did that is to lead the audience to assume that he's probably going to be evil.
Hmm.
Like I think it was to kind of set that expectation. This is maybe going to be an evil thing, and then it's not. He's not like that at all. He's just learning and trying to do things. It's
Yeah, I mean that's where I think we could have gotten more development, which
yeah.
I think the next movie we'll get into does a lot better job sort of getting into that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
and
man, it's
instead they spend like fucking full scenes of the Baron and his like 800 women who work for him,
yeah,
like watching him drink. Like
right.
like totally unnecessary. They could have focused more on, the development, almost like Bub from Day of the Dead,
Yeah.
like so, Frankenstein showing him the ways, and then things going kind of
Yeah.
out of.
I think we should have gotten more with Frankenstein too. Like I feel like
Yeah, I
he
agree.
almost takes like a backseat too in this one, interestingly enough. And I feel like he should have been more of a focus too, rather than sort of all the random side characters that really don't play too important of a role.
No, actually, the whole wedding was kind of unnecessary when you think about
Yeah.
it. You know,
Hmm.
the story here is really about him creating this monster. Like he
Yeah.
can have like his, girlfriend or wife there, but the whole wedding thing was just kind of unnecessary to me.
Yeah. I feel like the monster should have killed what's her face too, the wife
Yeah.
or the
Hmm.
bride there too. He doesn't kill her, which I feel like he probably should have. It would have been more impactful.
But
But he just killed
again, that
Frankenstein.
if he killed her, then he would maybe be evil. Whereas
Yeah.
I'd say the film's setting him up as he's not killing maliciously, he's killing, kind of by accident. So
Hmm. Fair. And then of course the, burning uh, windmill
windmill, amazing.
scene
Yeah.
is iconic, classic, and is a great way to sort of end the film. And I feel like it should have ended there rather than
Yeah.
the ending we get with like them wanting to bring Frankenstein like wine or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It's just a really fucking random ending. It should have just been the windmill burning, Frankenstein dying, and just end it there. But instead
Agreed.
it was a really like unnecessary like 1 minute scene after that. That really, I don't know. Maybe that's just like 1930s cinema at that
Yeah.
point. But
I also think he should have died. I think that when he throws him
yeah,
out the balcony and he hits the windmill,
yeah. How does he
uh,
not die there?
yeah, no,
Actually,
he's
yeah.
fine.
I thought he,
It's a
yeah,
minor inconvenience to him,
yeah.
but I think he should have died. It's like the creator gets killed by its creation, but
Agreed. Yeah.
yeah, no, they kind of dropped the ball a little bit there, in
Hmm.
my opinion.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, let's get into rating it then. I'll
rate it.
start us off. Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, absolute classic, but yeah, man. I think this isn't a perfect movie. You know what I mean? I mean, as much of a classic as much as I love it, I think it. There's definitely some issues here, and I can't overlook it. So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I love this one. Yeah, there are issues, but I forgive it for time. And I'm giving it a 4.5 out of 5. I would love to hang out with Baron Frankenstein, dude, because he's got a bunch of ladies, he's got a bunch of liquor, and he's just partying constantly. Henry, what are you doing? Go back home and hang out with your girlfriend and your rich ass dad, you stupid asshole. 4.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'm with Joe on this one. 4 out of 5. It's still my second favorite Universal monster film after Phantom of the Opera. It's a classic. Boris Karloff's performance and makeup is legendary. Even like the way, just like how his eyes are like dead, at certain points, and then when he's with the girl, they light up. It's just great performance, but it just has a few issues that I can't overlook. So yeah, 4 out of 5.
Alrighty. And now let's head into our second movie, 2025's Frankenstein, directed by Guillermo del Toro and starring Mia Goth, Charles Dance, Christoph Waltz, Oscar Isaac, and Jacob Elordi as our monster. Plot: Dr. Victor Frankenstein, a brilliant but egotistical scientist, brings a creature to life in a monstrous experiment that ultimately leads to the undoing of both the creator and his tragic creation. Todd,
Uh,
this one
I'm up.
a lot more detailed, I would say, than our first movie. So why don't you take it away?
All right, so we start in the Arctic, right? And this boat is stuck in the ice, and these fucking guys are like, "Damn it, we're trying to get to the fucking North Pole." Who the fuck is that? There's a big old fire off in the distance, and they go over there. They find wounded Oscar Isaac, who turns out to be Victor Frankenstein, and they take him back to the boat. They put him up, and then they're attacked by this fucking giant brute of a man that doesn't give a fuck, dude. He's throwing dudes in the side of the boat. He's trying to tip the boat over. This is a big boat, people. It's like 50 dudes on it. This is not some little dinghy or anything. This guy's jacked. He gets on the boat and he's like, "Give me fucking Frank Victor right now." And they're like, "What the fuck?" And then he's like, Victor's like, "Hey, Captain, I'm gonna tell you my whole fucking life story, dude." And they fucking, fade, do, and he's a boy now, and he's with his dad, played by Tywin Lannister, and his dad's like this favorite famous surgeon, and he's like, "Hey, you're gonna fucking memorize every single thing. I'm gonna beat your ass." And of course, he gets one thing wrong, beats his ass, right? He's got this brother who's like the nice one, and his dad fucking loves him, dude. And then, Oscar Isaac is like, "Fuck, man, like my brother gets everything. I'm gonna be fucking cool like him." He's got this mom that passes away, and when she passes away, he like swears like, "All right, I'm gonna figure out death and beat it, and fuck Tywin Lannister, my dad, he's an asshole," and he dies too. and the estate's left to the sons and shit, and then the younger son goes off to England or some shit like that. I don't know. And then Oscar Isaac, he stays behind and flash forward. Meanwhile, there's a fucking monster outside the boat, dude. It's not dead. Let me tell you my life story though. You got like 3 hours to talk, dude. All right, let's keep talking. Turns out Oscar, he's like, hey, I can fuck it. He's like 30 or some shit now, and he's in a medical college, and brings in our a crowd favorite, everyone's favorite voice from The Witch. He plays a professor. He's like, "You get the fuck out of here with this, Victor. You're talking nonsense and you're going against God. You get out of our school." And he's like, "What the fuck, dude? I can bring a body back to life with batteries, dude." And they're like, "What is a battery? Get out of here, you witch." I don't really say the witch part, but you get the idea. So he goes off to himself, a rich guy played by Christopher Wolf. He's like, is that how you say his name? Christopher? Yeah. He's like, hey, I'll give you fucking money, dude. You just gotta give me a favor that I'll tell you about later. He's like, are you gonna make me suck your dick? And he's like, no, just I'll tell you what the favor is. You just here's money, do whatever the fuck you want. His brother comes back into it. He's got Mia Goth as his wife. Of course, Victor's like, oh, I kind of got the hots for her, dude. Even though her accent doesn't make any fucking sense and goes in and out constantly. But they start doing their thing. He's trying to experiment. He creates a monster, and then we follow his life story, and then we follow a completely different life story because this movie's 3 fucking hours long, it seems like. And one time I paused it. And it was at 1 hour and 20 minutes. I'm like, holy shit, there's a whole nother movie left. And there it is. Quick review for me is that I love the concept. I love the creature. I love this like Frankenstein kind of thing. There's a lot of fantastic visuals in here, not the bad CGI, but like the sets and stuff like that. The gothic feeling is always awesome when I see that in a movie. Guillermo del Toro has an eye for that, for sure, as we've seen in other films. Oscar Isaac's fine. The creature, the monster, whatever you got to say, he's fine, but I don't really love his look at times. Mia Goth, she's hit or miss for me. I think she's mostly a miss in this one. Um, and yeah, I think it's pretty fucking ridiculous that he's telling his life story, why this creature is stalking and just killed men. And I'd be the catch. I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up and tell me what's outside, you weirdo. Um, Overall, I enjoyed it, but I have quite a bit of problems with it. One of which being the fucking length. What about you guys?
Yeah, is the movie long? Yes, it's too long. But man, I gotta say, I thought this was pretty great overall. I really liked the telling of sort of the two ta it's told essentially in two parts, right? One from Victor's point of view and one from the monster's point of view. And yeah, man, I was pretty hooked for a movie that is 2.5 hours. Like I was hardly ever bored. There was towards the ending, I was starting to feel the runtime slightly, but I thought, man, the visuals, my goodness, the cinematography in this is beautiful. I wish I had the opportunity to see it in theaters, honestly, but on a big screen, but did not. But yeah, man, I mean the acting all around I thought was great. Oscar Isaac, I love Oscar Isaac, honestly, like in everything that dude is in, he is phenomenal. Jacob Elordi does great as the monster and so on and so forth. I agree, Mia Goth maybe not her strongest, but I thought she was fine. Like she never took me out of it or anything like that. Yeah, man, this movie definitely was to me a sight to behold. Like from just visually, just stunning. Just some great imagery throughout, and yeah, man, I thought this was where the original I just talked about was kind of underdeveloped. This one I thought was developed great. Like it was just like everything, like Victor's whole sort of backstory and why he is so obsessed with sort of creation and everything, and then also Frankenstein and the innocence behind him and everything, and sort of he sort of it really did a good job of showing sort of Victor being sort of the worst of man and Frankenstein sort of being the best of man. And I thought sort of the metaphors throughout were great, and I thought it really took that original movie and kind of took the best parts of it and developed it really great. So overall, I mean, I really enjoyed this one. It's definitely a top 10 for me currently.
Yeah, I fucking loved it. I loved this one. I agree, it's too long. It almost felt like it should have been a three-part miniseries. That's how long it is, and that's how they tell the story as well. Is like basically in three parts. So, like that Dracula one we did a while ago, that was three parts, kind of felt like that. And but yeah, so despite the length, I thought it was just fantastic. I agree. I did not like Mia Goth in this, and I like her in some stuff. This one, her story arc and her acting, honestly, her especially like her voice, like the accent she was trying to pull, it just wasn't working for me. They're two of the biggest issues in this movie was the length and that. Other than that, though, I thought it was fantastic. The number one thing to me is just the visuals. Holy shit, man! Like the stuff, like just the little things sometimes. The caskets that Victor's parents are buried in with that little fucking like face thing that comes off looked amazing. That like red dark angel that like came and went once in a while in his visions was fantastic. There's so many fucking things like the sets, the ship was a real set, like a full ship that he built. His lab was a real set, just so fucking cool. I mean, the way the bodies looked, like especially near the beginning when Frankenstein is like the monster isn't filmed or like full yet, when he's just like pieces, like at like at the school when Ralph Ineson is there, and later on when he's naked there and it's like kind of hunched over and it's kind of like a corpse. Just visually, this film is amazing. Like just a visual delight from beginning to end. The performances from both Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi were fantastic. Jacob Elordi, like at first I wasn't super sold on his look, admittedly, but as we got into his like tale, I think it grew on me. And just with his eyes, you could kind of feel what he was going through, especially when he has that whole like story with the blind man. I just really liked kind of seeing all of that stuff. Yeah, I really just was into this, and I loved it from beginning to end. Other than, like I said, Mia Goth's character like felt unnecessary, like the whole love thing just, I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. Same with the brother. Like the whole brother story wasn't super interesting to me. I really preferred when it was just Victor, Christoph Waltz's, trying to get like his things in order and the monster and then the stuff on the ship I thought was brilliant as well.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz. Did you guys guess that he was dying and that's what his end game was?
Syphilis. I wish he had a great line. I forget what it was, but it was about like a woman or
He said, "My
whatever.
dick is raw." That's what he said. Obviously an amazing actor, but I also think he was a little bit underused, man, for how good of
Yeah,
an actor he is.
agreed. Agreed.
Yeah.
Definitely underused. I could
I
have used
mean,
honestly more of
Bastards
them.
and Django, he's fucking
Hmm.
amazing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Yeah.
this, I just thought he was, I don't know, just kind of there, you know?
He
And
was, yeah,
also,
he was basically Igor in this, right? Or Fritz, sort of
yeah,
his like assistant, but like not like
not weird,
not
kind of.
weird. Yeah, I mean he's the I mean, because it's like, well, where the fuck are you gonna get all this money to build all this shit? So it
Yeah.
made sense, right? Rather than like no explanation at all. He just has like this massive laboratory. So I thought it was a great way to sort of make an Igor character, but like make it make sense.
Uh, Ralph Ineson, we needed more of him.
No kidding. Like
Yeah.
God, you get
I
Ralph
was
Ineson and he's in it for like 3 minutes.
That
Yeah, I know.
scene was fucking awesome though.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Oh, it
loved
was.
that scene. That was one of the highlight, honestly, like for just sort of a nothing on like for not like a nothing scene, but like that fucking him showing like the classroom being like, this is what we should be exploring and whatnot. Obviously he gets expelled for it, but it was awesome to see sort of, that I mean the visuals once
Yeah.
again are just great, but like him like showing them that he can create life was so cool, and just in like random ass body parts coming to life. It was really really awesome.
Yeah, all that stuff was fucking sick. And he was even gross at times too, where it's like a montage of him like pulling out bones and skinning
Hmm.
stuff. And I'm like, gosh
Yeah.
damn, it was the effects for that were fucking really cool. But Joe, I know you have a bone to pick with the CGI. What you got?
Yeah, man. I mean, it is like a nitpick because I think the rest of the movie is phenomenal. I mean, like I said, really just a visual spectacle, honestly. But yeah, man, like the CGI animals were just so horrible, and I don't understand it because, like, clearly Isaac isn't climbing a fucking 300-foot thing to install that, and that looks good. But for whatever reason, man, like the CGI animals just look so bad in this, and really takes me out. And what should have been like, man, when with the monster sort of with that deer, and feeding him the berries and stuff, it was such like a beautiful moment. And like, why not? Can you not like get like a real deer in that moment or
Or get a
something?
fucking trained dog.
Or
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
right, like
just a
anything,
real deal
right?
and
Yeah.
superimpose it. Like
Right. Let's do something, man, other than just that horrible CGI wolves and deers and stuff. I mean, it is a nitpick, honestly, but like with the rest of the movie just looking so great and phenomenal, like why do that?
I don't. To be fair, I don't think it's a nitpick. I think that is a genuine complaint because, like you
Yeah.
said, the whole movie is superb, like
hmm
visually. But then they take a
Like
shortcut
why
with
cheap
this.
out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me.
hmm
But
I Can we
yeah.
talk about like the obvious fucking OSHA violation of his laboratory with that giant fucking pit? Put a railing over it, for
Why is
God's
there?
sakes.
Well, I guess there has to be a pit, right? Because that thing has to hit the
I
lightning
guess.
bolt, right, to go down into Frankenstein. But in the original,
Ridiculous.
he just raises Frankenstein
Yeah,
up, you know. So I guess you could have
but
did the
that
same
pit
thing
was
there.
there. Like, why was
it
that
was
pit
there
there?
already.
Like, who had that pit
Who
there?
needed
Like,
this? Who
yeah,
asked for this 200-foot drop, which
That
Christopher
cat,
Waltz dies on? Like,
that castle was awesome too, and
yeah.
the imagery of Frankenstein looking like Christ on the cross, I thought was
Mm.
really cool too, and like creation and stuff like that. There's some really cool imagery
Yeah.
that Del Toro does throughout this entire movie.
And the kills are brutal.
oh
Like
yeah,
in
Yeah.
this, the gore is fucking brutal. When the guy gets his
Yeah,
jaw
ripping
ripped
fucking
off,
faces off and shit. Yeah.
yeah, like even like when Victor's like leg is blown off, you can
oh
see like
yeah.
the right to the bone.
He skinned
Yeah,
that fucking wolf too
yeah,
when he was
yeah.
fighting him.
It was fucking brutal, and yeah,
Yeah.
it was gnarly.
So
hmm
I have a Todd gripe. You're telling me that nobody on this farm sees this hulking menace? Like he's like an inch behind a tree, and he's like 7 feet tall. And no one sees him. Give me a break, dude. But and come on, the family's gonna leave blind dude in the harsh ass winter. Even though I know he says, "No, leave me here. I've been here for 37 years." Like no one's leaving Grandpa there to die
Oh
at the hands
man,
of wolves. Come on.
I loved that whole arc though,
I
man.
didn't.
Oh really? See, I loved it. I love the monster and the blind man sort of storyline. I thought it was great. It really made you feel for the monster too. Like it really brought sort of the human aspect into it. Even before that, though, like I said, that deer scene was great too. Like with him having this moment with the deer, and then of course man coming and blowing, the face off of that deer. I thought it was great. It showed like the beautifulness of man, but also the ugly side of man as well. Which Del Toro just like I think killed it with that sort of whole notion throughout the entire movie. And then we get we'll get into it, but I thought the arc at the end too, with sort of the monster and Victor at the end, I thought was really well done as
Yeah,
well.
I agree. I really love the stuff with the old man. It also explained why he's so like well spoken by the end. He can
Sure,
actually
yeah.
like yeah. So yeah, it was a great storyline, and I think it was needed also to really show, like you said, the humanity in the monster
hmm
that we didn't really get before that. So yeah, it was good.
See, well, I got to defend my stance then because I get what they're going for, but I didn't think it was needed because we saw the monster being human with Elizabeth,
Fair.
Mia Goth's character, and like how
hmm
he's literally abused by Oscar Isaac like repeatedly just because he doesn't know how to speak. Bitch, you
hmm
made him, help him, dumbass, and he's like hitting him with like rods and stuff. So obviously we already feel bad for him. And the reason I didn't like the old man arc is just like it felt out of place and it slowed everything down. Like at
It
that
did
point.
slow things down. I agree.
Yeah, because I laughed out loud when the monster breaks into the ship's cabin. He's like, "You heard his story. Now here's mine." I'm like, "Oh God!"
Yeah,
Like,
that was a little corny.
and then like, yeah, I'm like, okay, like I thought it was gonna pick up and just be very quick, but then no, like we have like it seemed like a long scene of him just chilling and reading books and
hmm
becoming more manly, which like I said, I get. I just didn't think it was needed, and I thought it was just laughable that the old man just is dead. Or well, he gets attacked by wolves, but it's just like really like I don't know.
How did you feel about the monster going to Victor and asking him to create something like another monster for
Yeah.
him because he can't die, which I thought was cool too. That he like regenerate.
I thought
Basically,
you can
he's like
burn his ass. You
regenerative,
wouldn't
and
regenerate
he
from that.
well he
Well,
does
he
burn.
fucking
He
blow
holds
up.
the bomb.
I
They
know,
got that bomb.
which is also stupid because he's got dynamite in his ass and it doesn't do it. It does stuff, but it doesn't blow him apart. Which
Yeah, man. He's
he's not
like
Man of
Wolf.
Steel.
He's like Wolfman in Monster Squad. Like he blows up and then just like all his body pieces come back together and he can't die. Which like how? Yeah, I mean, but how did you feel about that? That he kind of went to
Um,
Victor and was like, create me a companion, essentially.
I mean, personally, I thought they were at that point combining Bride of Frankenstein's plot. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, Mia Goth is clearly going to be his love interest because she kind of, it almost looked like she wanted to fuck him at times. And which
Well, to me,
I don't,
see, I didn't think so. I thought she was more like the motherly like
No,
well,
character. She was like teaching
I
him
got the fucking
kindness.
vibe too.
No,
So
yeah,
really?
she was like,
Okay.
look at that fucking strong shoulders, dude. Let me see what kind of dick he gave you. Follow-up question. Did he give him a dick?
I
I
think
would think
so.
so,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Okay.
why would you not? Like, yeah, I'm
And
All
sure he
right.
at
does.
least I didn't till later.
Does
So
it work? I
That's
don't.
true.
Does it work? I
You know,
don't know. Like,
everything works, baby.
I
Um,
guess.
but here's the thing about Mia Goth's
Does
character again.
Frankenstein like piss and shit? Like,
He's got it, right? He has a
I
beating
don't know.
heart.
I know, but does he
Um,
eat? Like, you never see him
he eats
eat or
ass probably.
anything.
Um, why does Mia Goth's character care so much about Frankenstein when she herself said, "Oh, I'm into the little things. That's why I like bugs." Is he just the next step in her fucking
I mean, I think
I
she's
don't know.
showing like compassion, right? Like, I mean, I think she's like to show that, like, she can't, like, most everyone else in the movie doesn't give a shit about this monster. Like, it's to show that, like, sort of the compassionate side, I guess, of the human nature, that there are people out there that care about things, even if they are like monstrous or you don't understand them.
I don't know if it's Mia Goth's performance or just that character, but I was just really not into that character at all.
Hmm.
Like, and he wrote like Shape of Water is basically like a woman falling in love with a monster, and he
Yeah.
wrote that so well. So I don't know where the disconnect was here, but I do wonder if, and I was thinking about it as I was watching the movie. I'm like, if this was given to another actress,
Yeah.
I might have been into it more. The accent was killing me, and I found the performance to be a little. I don't
Lacking.
know. Yeah, it just
When you, I mean, yeah, I mean, when you have these, a lot of these, I mean, Christoph Waltz obviously is an Oscar winner, you know, and Lordy and Oscar Isaacs, I think, arguably are better actors. Yeah, I mean, Mia Goth, I don't think is on the same tier as those other actors. She's a good actor, don't get me wrong, but I don't think she's. I think you give this to, say,
like Anya Taylor-Joy or
yeah, or like
there's a
a
bunch of
Naomi Watts with King, like I think King Kong and like Naomi
right. Yeah,
Watts, like, and what she was able to do with sort of a monster like character. Yeah, I mean, I think we probably could have gotten a better performance than Mia Goth, but I mean, but to be fair, I thought she was fine. Like,
yeah.
was she phenomenal? No, but I thought she was fine.
So speaking of performances, so Andrew Garfield was actually cast as the monster
Hmm,
and had to pull out like a couple of weeks before filming because of
interesting.
a conflict of interest with another film, and that's when they brought in Jacob Elordi. Do you think that would have changed the movie significantly because they are very different
Very different.
actors? Yeah,
Elordi is very forebode, like he's pretty
right,
jacked dude,
exactly.
right? Like, whereas Garfield is not. I think the monster, I liked the look of the monster being fucking like jacked and sort of this like super human thing, which is, Victor was kind of going for that. So it makes sense. I mean, could they have done the same with Garfield, obviously, with the, muscle suit or whatever, and you wouldn't even have noticed? Probably. But different actor. Garfield's a great actor too, though, in his own right. So, it's just like the argument of, like how would, Will Poulter versus Bill Skarsgård. I mean, Poulter was supposed to be our original Pennywise in the 2017 It or whatever. So, it's like a what could have been, but I thought Elordi was great. I have no complaints over Jacob Elordi as the monster.
Yeah, I actually think it was probably an improvement for the reason you
Hmm.
said. He's just more imposing as a
Hmm.
person, and I don't know, it just sold it more than Andrew Garfield would have, especially for the stuff in the North Pole when he's supposed to be like this crazy, like strong monster. I just don't see Andrew Garfield pulling off that, version of the monster. So I guess
Is
that was
Jacob
a
Elordi big, like a big dude though? I don't know who he is.
yeah. He's a
Yeah.
pretty big dude. Yeah,
He's
what's that?
known best for Euphoria, the
And
show on
Saltburn.
HBO. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Saltburn
haven't
too.
seen
That's
this.
right. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, he's definitely an
Oh.
up and comer. Like you'll see him a lot, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
Gotcha.
he's a younger actor for sure, and he's probably in what his 20s maybe, if
Yeah.
I were to guess, late 20s. But yeah, he's kind of the it guy, I would say,
That
in heart.
guy.
Like, yeah, I mean, I would say the heartthrob sort
Oh.
of. I guess the ladies definitely like him. Uh, he's dating. Well, he was in Euphoria. He was dating Sydney Sweeney's character.
Oh,
Yeah, they were
nice.
boning.
Oh,
They were boning on the
I
show a
like
lot.
that.
He's a
Cindy Sweeney
complete
couldn't play
asshole
Miguel's character.
in Euphoria. Yeah.
I would have at least watched it.
I
Um, I mean, what else you guys want to talk about? I mean, the ending there. Okay, I have a question. Why doesn't the creature or the monster kill Oscar Isaac when he has him in the cave?
It's a good question.
Like, why? He just leaves, and then Oscar Isaac hunts him, and then gets mad that he tries to kill him. Like, what the fuck? He was not being
Right.
a
Yeah, it
dumbass.
is
Like,
weird. Like he's like yeah, like he's like hunting Victor, but doesn't
want to be
want to kill him. Like,
attacked?
well, he doesn't want to be the monster, right? Like he
He is
wants
a
to
fucking
show.
monster.
I mean, he is, but but for obviously the way Del Toro made this movie, Victor is the monster, and the monster is human more. So I mean, it makes sense, I suppose, if you're going with the theme of the movie.
Father, I love you. At the end, how we feel about
I like the ending. I thought it
that?
was good, Victor sort of, atoning for his sins, I suppose, and asking for forgiveness from the monster for the way he treated him. Um, and the monster forgiving him, showing him that, he it's human nature. Like you're supposed to forgive people that wrong you. Most people don't, but the monster is pure. He shows that, he's the best of all of us.
Is he?
He's
Because he's
supposed to,
he's
well,
killing the fucking ship dudes that
well,
are
they're,
doing nothing but
well,
defending
yeah,
themselves.
yeah. Well, they're attacking him. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but I know, but he's
No,
attacking
yeah, I
them.
mean, right. I get it,
Like say
but
same thing about King Kong or like
yeah,
like
right.
so
Yeah, I guess. Um, Steve, go ahead.
no, that's it. Yeah, loved it. It's like
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, I thought it
Okay.
was great beginning to end.
It's good, and it's a beautiful ending with him sort of shedding a tear at the end.
Yeah, but there's no fucking
Corny,
way. No
maybe, but
fucking way
good.
those sailors let him walk after he killed like 10 of them. No way. Fuck the captain. He
Well,
killed
I
your
mean,
friends.
I don't know. Would you? I mean, they know they probably don't have a chance against this fucking thing.
Dude, you
So
can cut his fucking head off.
if
He's not
he's
gonna grow it back.
if he's willing to just kind of walk off and like be done
Uh,
with it, wouldn't you just be like, okay,
I
just let him
guess.
go, like, and then he helps him, fucking throws that chip out to fucking sea for him. So
He's strong as fuck though, dude.
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the monster. Yeah.
Well, maybe
Well,
too strong. I don't know. Being
yeah.
able to push a fucking whatever 10,000 pound boat or whatever it is.
Right.
So he's not.
Maybe a
We're not
little
getting.
unrealistic, but
We're obviously not gonna get a sequel because it didn't do well. But like,
Well, it did do well
well,
'cause
it's
it was
straight to
one.
Netflix,
Yeah, it's
right?
I
like
thought it
Like,
had a limited.
it
very
did, but
limited,
people knew it
very,
was
very
going on
limited.
Netflix, so it's
Yeah.
not
Okay.
like I don't
So it was
think
intentional. I thought it was.
I
They
don't think
bombed
it.
it.
I don't think it needs a sequel.
no, it doesn't.
I
At
don't.
all.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary to have a sequel. I mean,
The Return of Mia Goth. Part 2?
Victor's dead. Like, you know
Well,
what I mean?
They might
Like,
do Bride. Like,
the monster moves on. Nah, I don't think I don't think we'll see anything. I don't think Del Toro's coming back to this. I think
I
it
don't
was
think
just
it'd be
a
him
fitting
anyway.
ending.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
think
agree.
it's
I don't want to see it,
Yeah.
but Netflix is
So what's
yeah.
the monster do now though? He's just chilling.
he's just out
I
there.
mean,
He's just hanging out,
yeah, he's
eating
just
penguins.
roaming the
Yeah.
world. Roman, he's a world traveler.
How does he get back to civilization? He's on the ice.
I mean, it's a very well. He can't die, right? So like,
Yes, he can. I guarantee he can die. Let's burn him and then get his ashes and spread
dude,
them.
if he's holding a stick of dynamite that explodes and he fucking he's
2
unscathed
sticks.
essentially.
We just keep upping the stick count till it fucking blows him apart.
I agree. If his head gets chopped off, maybe that's
Yeah.
like the only way, I guess. But other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, he's definitely got a dick though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
100%.
I
I'm
think
really
That's the
fascinated
only
by
thing I
this
want to
thing.
know. Like, why didn't it? I told you last week he better hang dong and he didn't.
No.
So like, what are we doing?
We
Totoro, come on, figure it out.
Let's see. All right. I think that covers it, right? We
Yeah.
pretty much covered everything, I think. Christoph Waltz, brutal death. Fucking head just fucking
that was
exploded
crazy.
in the back.
Yeah, because the unsafe fucking pit.
Yeah, but that man, the creation scene was pretty awesome. Like great, man, it's great. All right, let's get into rating it. Man, I dug this movie a lot. Too long, yes. Cut a half hour out. I'm at a 4.5 out of 5, but I'm at a 4 out of 5. And honestly, talking about it more, I really kind of want to give it a 4.5 out of 5, but I just don't think I could watch this like over and over again because the runtime is so damn long. But man, I definitely want to watch this again and see like how I feel about it before year's end. Because right now it's probably in my top 5. You know what I mean? Like that's how much I really enjoyed it. Yeah, man, 4 out of 5 for now. We'll see. TBT.
All right. Yeah, that runtime is a big problem for me, man. Two movies essentially where I wasn't even like into the first part of it as much as I wanted to be. It is pretty brutal. But that being said, I mean, it's a visual treat, man. The sets and the violence, the making of the creature with all the body parts and the testing of the body parts. And it's disturbing too to see the bodies like moving around and being in pain and shit like that. Because I can't imagine, dude, like this fucking doctor is bringing you back to life for a couple seconds just to catch a fucking ball to prove a point. It's insane. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's too long. Mia Goth, she's a big part of the movie, man, and I did not like her, so I'm giving this one a 3.5 out of 5.
I'm where Joe wanted to be. I absolutely adored this movie. I would watch it again tomorrow. I really fucking hope that Netflix puts it out on 4K,
Mm.
because they don't sometimes. We still don't have a release of Hubie Halloween, which I think is criminal because if you don't have Netflix, you can't watch it. I hope people can get to see this because I think it's an amazing movie. It's easily in my top 5. And yeah, like I said, I'd watch it again like today if like I didn't have a bunch of other stuff to do. So 4 out of 5 for me. 4.5 out of 5 for me.
Excellent. Yeah, man, I think it's criminal this didn't get a wide release in theaters.
Mhm.
Honestly, like
Yeah.
I wish I could have seen this in IMAX. Like fucking, I think it's the perfect movie for it. So one of Del Toro's best, Steve, you think then for
Yeah.
sure? Yeah,
It might. Yeah, it's up there. I mean, I really love
yeah,
Hellboy.
yeah.
Blade 2 is good, not in the same way. I was like, this is just a visual fucking. I almost say masterpiece. Like visually, god damn, this movie looks.
I would say it's a visual masterpiece.
Yeah,
100%.
it's
Yeah.
so.
Mhm.
Oh god, like I
Yeah.
just can't
I
get over it.
visually, yeah, visually. I mean, like I think every scene say you may not like Mia Goth's performance, but her outfits are
Oh yeah,
fucking.
I mean, yeah,
This movie definitely should award season get
a ton of
uh,
stuff, honestly.
like costuming, and everything is set designs. I mean, this movie should definitely be nominated for some Oscars, and if it's not,
100% agree. Yeah.
yeah. All right, well, awesome. Well, thank you, gentlemen. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for this week's episode. Steve, I don't remember what we get next week. You give us a 3 month fucking thing, but I don't remember week to week what we're reviewing. So what we got next week?
We are completing a trilogy that we've been working on the last couple of months, and we will be watching Return of the Living Dead Part 3.
Never
We
seen
watch,
it.
yeah, there you go. So we watched Part 1 a few months ago, watched Part 2 maybe a month ago. Now we're completing it. Well, I know there's more, but the rest are not good. So Part 3, this was my pick. And the reason it was my pick, and I've had this in the barrel for a long time, it scared. There's one scene in it that scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid to the point where I had trouble sleeping for maybe a month. So I'll talk about
Cool.
that next week, which scene it is and why. And yeah, Return of the Living Dead Part 3. I think it'll be a fun time.
The only thing I know about this movie is the cover with the woman on it, like the woman zombie or whatever she is. That's all I know. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see it and check it out because I know a lot of people really dig that one, and hopefully it's better than 2 because I didn't like 2 at all. So we'll see. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, we can. Where can we check out? Is Return of the Living 3 available anywhere?
I think it's on Tubi.
All right.
It was
I'll
last
check.
time I checked. Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Frankenstein not available like anywhere, by the way. 1931's Frankenstein. I had to
No, but
buy it on Amazon.
everyone needs
weird.
to own the Universal Monsters collection.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
I
it's a
know.
great collection.
That's where like I'm like I probably should start collecting physical media because
Right.
like it's annoying. Like, but all right. Once I already said I'm gonna start collecting once I move into my next
Ooh,
place
hell
and
yeah.
like can do it.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, I know I might pick up some Vinegar Syndrome stuff next week at Monster
You,
Mania Oaks because I like Vinegar Syndrome stuff. They do a lot of cool shit. So
you should have got Second Sight's Blair Witch and The Witch.
I know
Those are really cool
I
sets.
really should have. I'm an idiot. What can I say?
You
All
stupid.
right. So go check out Return of the Living Dead 3. Steve said it's on Tubi, I think. And if not, find it elsewhere. You probably have it on physical media if you are a physical media
Yeah, best
collector.
draw on Blu-ray.
All right. In the meantime, you can keep up the podcast Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads. Just search the Horror Squad Podcast. You can email us anytime, the Horror Squad Podcast at gmail.com. But the absolute best way to keep up the podcast is our Discord. It's linked over on our Instagram, or you can send us an email or a DM, and we will get you a link to join that Discord. Totally and completely free to join. A ton of channels to sift through over there. Movie Club every single month, hosted by Steve. So come and join us over on our Discord. A ton of fellow listeners over there where you can talk everything horror and non-horror. So come over and join us. You can also buy merch. Of course, our new Christmas design is out there, inspired by, of course, the horror classic Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's an awesome design. They get everyone that's bought that so far. We have a ton of other designs as well. That's linked over on our Instagram as well, tpublic.com. You can just search the Horror Squad podcast if you'd like to do that. Don't forget, leave us a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. That helps spread the word. Or tell a friend, tell your mailman, tell a dog, tell whoever you'd like, and tell everyone the Horror Squad podcast is the way to get your horror info. And that's it, folks. So we'll see you next week for Return of the Living Dead, Part 3. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.